Hey guys, Dave the MMP back on Yola. Been doing a lot of electrical work lately, and those videos are coming up. This week I noticed something. Last time I was on the boat here, I noticed a little bit of water coming into my bilge. Now, usually every time I come to the boat, I take a look in the bilge, and there really isn't any water in there. There's like an inch of water that the bilge pump won't pick up. So there's a manual bilge pump in the cockpit and one in the galley here. And usually I throw the handle in the pump and give it a couple pumps just to see if there's anything in there. And there never really seems to be much water in there. But last week I was here, I was looking in the bilge because I've got one of my house batteries in there. I put together a lithium battery to go in there, and I'm measuring the other spot. There's two little cubby holes in there, and I'll show you that in a minute, that could take another lithium battery. So I'm going to build another battery and put it in there. But when I was looking in there, I noticed there was a bit of water in there, and I thought, oh, there's never been water in there before. Where's that coming from? Now, Pacific Northwest has been just monsooning lately for about the last, well, since we came out of winter. Spring has just been downpouring constantly. And so I think I've got a little problem with one of my chain plates is leaking. There's a pad eye right there. There's also a track for the jib. And it's all in this one little area where the stanchion is for the lifeline. So there's a whole bunch of penetrations through the deck in this one area. And I had a look inside the cupboard and I can see what looks like little remnants of where the water was coming down. And it's coming down in this one little spot off the deck. It's running down under the fiberglass liner in the boat, and it's going to the bilge. It's not a lot of water, but I'm gonna start investigating to see exactly where it is so I can stop it. Okay, so here's the cabin sole, and in the floor I've got a 27 lithium battery in there, and here's the other spot. There's a little knot meter. It goes outside into the keel and it tells me the boat speed, but it's not working, so that's going to come out, and I'm going to once the boat gets hauled out, I'm going to fiberglass up that hole. So I've got this whole extra area. I kind of thought about using it as a cooler because it's all fiberglassed and it runs a little deeper out this way, and it actually drains into the bilge. So I could just put a couple of 6-packs or a couple of 12-packs of beer in here and throw some ice in there, and the water, the ice melting would just basically run down into the lower bilge, and I could pump it out with the bilge pump. The ice box actually drains into the bilge also, so that would be kind of perfect for that. But I also thought about putting another Group 27 lithium battery in here, and then I would have about 300 amps of lithium just in the cabin sole here. But there's this little grid down here, a little plastic grid, and underneath the grid there's some water here, and I've never seen water here before. There you can see a little bit of water there, and it's coming from this compartment. It's running down this compartment into the bilge. So I'm going to do a little investigation, find out where that's coming from. But really, the usual suspects of water is typically things that come through the deck. This is one of the chain plates that comes down to this little support, and it'll be tabbed into the side of the hull. And I can see little remnants of water that have been leaking down here, and it's kind of, over time, kind of picked up the paint and kind of eroded it. If I go down a little farther, you'll see more remnants. And then the floor of this cupboard here, this little sill, is kind of really uneven and ripply, so it tells me water's been going in there for a while. There's another one here, another chain plate right up here on the main bulkhead that goes to the bathroom in the forward area. It's kind of a little, well, the paint's kind of chipped off of it. And if I go down to the lower level, you can see right down here, the slats of the wood are a little wet. So this looks to me like the suspect area. I've looked in all these other compartments, and although they look like they had water at one point, I would imagine the previous owner has probably sealed up. This looks like my point of entry, so it looks like this chain plate, where it goes up through the deck, out here, there's the main support, or the shrouds. That's the forward shroud on the left. And then there's a whole bunch of connections here. There's a stanchion, there's a rail for the jib block. There's a pad eye there that I'm using because I'm tied up to the stern here. There's also another holster that holds the spinnaker pole, and I don't have the pole in there right now. So I suspect it's this forward stanchion that's causing the issue. All right, guys, get this all prepared here. I'm going to get this little profile down here, and then I can take out the panel that's covering those fasteners out on the deck, and we can have a look and see what's going on here. I've got a piece down at the end here. There's a piece of acrylic down, separates the quarter berth from the stove. I'm going to have to take that out because that's holding up that little piece. I'll take these guys out. This thing's going a little fast. Everything seems to be using a different bit in this boat. Phillips, flat, Robertson. Might have to make it my mandate to change all the screws and make them all the same. Reach it. All right. Beautiful. Okay, what she look like down there? Okay, we got this little cover plate down, and what do I see? So this is for the stanchion. It's a little plate under the deck supporting it, and it has a tiny little bit of a weep. It's obviously been leaking over time because it's rusty. There's a couple other bolts here and a little telltale sign of rust and debris down here on the headliner. So something's definitely been going on there. This one here, there's a little bit of rust bleeding through on that one hole there. So what are these? That looks like that's my spinnaker pole socket. And the other one is that stanchion right there. Chain plate doesn't really look like it's leaking. Although there's a bit of a dark hole there. It's definitely been leaking at some point in time. I think it's more the spinnaker socket bolt here. This guy right here. It's a bit discolored. Something's going on there, so I'm gonna have to reseal that. This little cubby hole in the cabin sole is where the water's running down to, and it goes down to the bilge. Here's my manual bilge pump. Open that up, put the handle in, and just ahead of the companionway stairs, there's a little access door, and that goes down into the bottom part of the bilge. There never really seems to be much water accumulating down here. It always kind of looks the same. I can see the top of the hose for the bilge pump, so it looks to me like it's not going to be able to get any water if I pump it. So we're not accumulating water, we're just getting a little damp in here, and that's something I need to avoid. Okay, let's go outside and have a look at those chain plates. There's the pad eye. Here's the jib track. And the track wasn't leaking, but the stanchion was leaking. This pad eye had one bolt on it that was leaking. Here's the base for my spinnaker pole. It runs all the way up to the front, and there's another one, and the clamp on the spinnaker pole grabs that. This is the guy up here. This chain plate is the one that's leaking down and running down that chain plate, and it had the wood that was a little bit wet. So I'm gonna have to take that apart. So I've got my shroud here, and I managed to get this little plate pried up. Looks like maybe there was a little bit of Sikaflex 5200 underneath that, but no real bedding they're using that as a bedding compound, but it's pretty thin. I think when they screwed it down, it pretty much squeezed everything out of there. So I'm going to take off this turnbuckle on the shroud, get the pin out so I can take the cover off, and cut a piece of butyl tape to go underneath that. And when I screw that down, it's going to squash the whole thing down. I'll put a little bit of 5200 under it, and that'll be good. All right, so I've got the cover of the chain plate off, and I made a little piece of butyl tape, and it's going to go over the chain plate, seal the whole thing off, and I'll screw it back down. And I'll put a little bit of 5200 here just to make sure the water doesn't chase down that chain plate or in the screw holes, and that should take care of it. Okay guys, there is my finished and rebedded chain plate cover. Got the 52 in there with the butyl tape, and I'll reattach the shroud and get it tensioned down, and we'll be done. Hopefully I won't be getting any more moisture inside. Okay guys, well, that was a fun little project. Ended up putting it all back together again, and stanchion out there got rebedded, and the chain plate out there that was leaking got rebedded, and all the others seem to be pretty good. So that's pretty much it. Okay guys, thanks for watching to the end. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe. That's enough DIY fun and sailboat for this weekend, and I'll see you next weekend.